guys, and welcome back to another one of my videos. Don't know what this was. How are you? I hope you're well. I hope you've had a good day so far, or slept well, good morning, whatever time of day. What is this? I don't know why I'm doing that. Excuse me. So anyway, today I'm going to talk about why do I have to spend so much time in hospital? So when I first started having hospital treatment, I'm talking about IVs, which stands for intravenous antibiotics. I only used to spend about 2 weeks in there at any time. Like, it was brilliant. I used to be, maybe even 10 days, to be honest with you. I used to be able to get away with that short amount of time. But I still used to hate it. You know, it used to really stress me out being that far away from home and being in hospital for that long. So yeah, but 2 weeks was my max. Basically, as I got older and I got sicker, 2 weeks just wasn't long enough anymore, you know, and it slowly grew to 3 weeks and then to 4 weeks. And then when we got to 4 weeks and I was spending so much time in hospital, they IV trained me, which means that I can do IV antibiotics at home, which made life so much easier because it meant, being that I live 2 hours away from my hospital, it meant that I could be in my home, and all I would have to do is travel up on the day, have my port needle put in, have my first dose, and then I could go home and sleep in my own bed that night. Heaven. But then CF decided, you're enjoying being in your own home far too much, and you're enjoying your own bed far too much. So I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make you allergic to all of your normal antibiotics. Won't that be fun? Yay! So that's exactly what it did. So then it became no longer safe for me to do IVs at home because of the unpredictability of my allergic reactions. And although they give you an EpiPen and stuff like that to help, sometimes that is not always possible to do when you're alone. So the safety aspect just became far too dangerous. And so then I just had to start staying in. And then slowly that 4 weeks became 4 weeks minimum, all the way to around 8 weeks, maybe longer if I was really unwell. You know, the reason it takes so much longer now is because, one, over time you build up a resistance. Your bacteria, bugs and infections in your lungs build up a resistance to the antibiotics that you are using. You know, they're very clever like that, which is very annoying. I wish they were stupid and would just go away, but they're actually quite smart. You know when you meet that really clever person that you just want to punch in the face, but you can't deny their clever ability? Clever ability? Is that what? I'm gonna go with it. So yeah, so, you know, that's one of the reasons. So it takes longer and longer each time for the same antibiotic to do the job that it used to be able to do in 2 weeks can now no longer do in 2 weeks. Secondly, because I'm sicker now, my body is slower to respond to treatment, and slower to pick itself back up again, and it takes a lot longer to get me back to a position that is livable. And three, it's much harder now for me to expel the mucus the way I used to be able to. My lung power is a lot less now, it's less powerful, I can't get as deep a breath as I used to, meaning that it takes it much longer and takes me much longer, and I have to work twice as hard to get even like a tiny little glob of mucus like that. Ugh. I mean, in layman's terms, it's a bit like a dog with a bone. Let's say my lungs is the dog and the mucus is the bone, yeah? And you know how a dog just really grabs hold of the bone and protects it, and it's like, it's mine, it's mine. And you're like, okay, that's yours, that's fine. But you know you've got to take it away. So the idea is distraction and trickery. So what we do now is with an NIV, which is a non-invasive ventilator, and AD, which stands for autogenic drainage, which is a manual breathing exercise to help expel the mucus. Those two, for me personally, coupled together, are our trickery. That's how we distract the dog and steal the bone. That's right. Tricks and magic. Not really. It's physiotherapy and science. It works. But yeah, so that's why I now have to stay in hospital so long. You know, sometimes, let's say 8-week admission, you know, occasionally they might say, okay, well, you can go home for weekend leave. So you'll leave majority of your stuff there, and then you'll leave on Friday, go home for Saturday, Sunday, and come back either Sunday night or Monday morning. You know, because hospital is trying, it's difficult, and even for adults, it's, you know, horrible to be there for such a long time when you just want to be in your home and with your families. And like I said, for someone like me who lives 2 hours away from a hospital, it's not like I can get visitors all the time because it's a long way for them to travel, and I can't just, you know, nip home. Like, come on. 2 hours is not nipping. It's a trek. I was going to say journey. Journey. It's a journey. That's what it is. Made a second word up. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that helped you to understand a little bit. And obviously, any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I very much am an open book. I really don't mind. Please remember to like and subscribe so you can keep up to date with me. And remember, be brave, be amazing, be you, and keep shining. All my love, Prilly Pop.